Hey guys, welcome to our Wednesday, Thursday video for week 2 of March curriculum. Before we get going, I need you to get yourself warmed up. Start with 25 jumping jacks, 10 push-ups, 10 sit-ups, 10 pivot front ups where you swing that back leg up 10 times on each side, and then finish up with 30 seconds of mountain climbers or your choice of high intensity exercise. All right, get yourself warmed up. Ready, set, go. Okay, guys, so first thing we're going to be working on today is just reviewing the eye spear, okay? So remember, the eye spear is, it's just like it sounds. You are spearing somebody's eye with your fingers all together, your thumb. Maybe it's double if they're grabbing onto you, but your hands are free. You can grab onto their face and shove both thumbs in, or just one. Okay, quick reminder on the targeting of an eye spear. You want to aim for this corner of the eye because the goal is to get your finger or thumb inside the eye socket alongside the eyeball. That sounds really gross, and it is, but when you are in danger, when someone is threatening your life or your body, you have permission, and you have to give yourself permission to get a little bit violent, to defend yourself, to get away. Okay? No, it's not okay for anyone to try and hurt you or kill you or do anything to your body that you're not okay with. And when it's the kind of situation where you know deep inside that you need to get away, it's not okay, it's not right, and maybe you've told this person, no, let me go, and they won't, that's when it's okay to flip the switch into that angry, attacking cat that doesn't want to be held. You go crazy, you go wild, you hit, you kick, you bite, you scratch, you eye gouge, or spear, same thing. Okay, so remember to target this part of the eye, not straight on the eyeball, but into the corner of the eye, because that's where it's going to be the most effective. Okay, so just quick reminder of the different ways to eye spear. Even if you just get one finger in there with your hands open, maybe you're throwing a palm strike, but your fingers got in their eye instead, that's okay. Then there's the beak one. Try to have your beak as straight as possible. You don't want it like this, because then that's not a spear, right? A spear is pointy, so try to keep those fingers as straight as possible, really driving into that strike, pushing. Imagine you're pushing your fingers all the way into their eye socket, okay? And then also the thumbs, okay? Whether your hand's open or closed, jamming the thumb into the eye socket there, okay? In class, we're going to practice those on the bobs some more. If you don't have a bob at home to practice on, you can do some strikes on your mitts, right? Those punching mitts, and just practice your targeting. Try to hit the same spot every time. Grab onto the mitt and shove your thumbs in. But just spend a little bit of time practicing those eye spears. Remember, if you're going to do a double eye spear, bring those hands close together, right? Nobody's eyes are out here. Bring those hands nice and close together. No, put all that power into it. But just spend a few minutes practicing your eye spears. Ready, set, go. All right, guys, next thing we're going to go over today, we're going to review our inside blocks. And then we're going to add some footwork to the inside block involving the long forward stance that we learned in our last video and shifting. All right, so quick review on the inside blocks. A punch is coming straight at your chin, your hands are up, and you block to the inside, hitting with your pinky side, just pushing that hit off line across your body as the punch comes in. Remember, you want your inside block to be reaching out. You don't want it in close. You want it reaching out further than your other hand as your other hand stays up, ready to block or strike as needed. Okay, so hands are up, inside block, inside block. You can turn your hips a little bit so that it's not just your arm power, but getting a little bit of shifting and power in there. Okay, so practice some inside blocks with a partner punching straight at your chin, and you hit it with the pinky side of your arm going across your face. Okay, reach out. You are making contact with their arm. You're not trying to hit their fist, you're trying to hit their arm as it comes in. Okay, so spend some time practicing a little bit with your partner punching. Go start slow. As they get more comfortable, you can mix it up a little bit, right? Don't always just get in this pattern of left, right, so they're going like this, because then that's not practicing the instinct. The point of blocking is being able to react. All right, so puncher, nice and slow. Don't always do the same thing. Don't let it be a pattern, okay? And the person who's blocking, what I want you to do as you're blocking, don't watch their hands, but look at their, like right here at their neck or at their chin, and let your peripheral vision see which hand is coming, okay? That's kind of a sparring drill a little bit, but if you're looking in the eye or looking right at their hands, it's going to be harder to see which one is coming. But if you focus on something that is less detailed, it's easier for your peripheral and your brain to pick up on that movement. So give that a try. Practice some inside blocks for about 30 seconds to a minute. Ready, set, go. All right, so now that we've reviewed what those inside blocks are, now we're gonna start practicing what's called power principle. Okay, remember that long forward stance that we learned in our last video. Okay, you step long and forward and hands come up. Okay, now the next thing we're going to be doing is a shift and block. So when we shift, we're going to take the direction of our feet and the leg that's bent, we're going to turn and trade which legs are bent. So it's almost like we turn and face 90 degrees towards our open side and switch our weight. Okay, so it looks like this. I've got my hands up. So notice I'm still facing forward. Now it's my back leg that's bent, and this front foot is now straight. This front leg is now straight, and my toes are completely pointed that way. And then you can shift back. Okay, turn those toes back straight forward. Okay, so this is called shifting. I'm not changing the placement of my feet. I'm only changing the direction my toes are pointing. Shift back, shift, and shift. Okay, so now what we want to do is when we step into that long forward stance, our forward hand, the one that's on the same side as our front leg, is going to do an inside block, okay? And we're blocking straight ahead. So we're not blocking all the way over here. We're blocking straight ahead, but we're going to give our block power by shifting, okay? Because if someone is punching at full speed, you don't want to just use your arm to stop it. You want to use your whole body to generate that power to stop that punch and get it offline, and to also hurt them, right? If they're coming in and you give them a nice hard snap, that block, boom, that's gonna hurt their arm, and they might think twice about trying to keep hitting you, okay? So, from our feet together, step into long forward stance, get this hand ready to inside block as we shift, okay? Notice I'm still looking straight ahead. I didn't turn my whole body this way because the puncher is over here, okay? The puncher is right in front of you. You see that punch coming, boom, and you shift and block that punch offline, okay? And then you can shift back, and then let's reset, okay? And what we'll actually do is add a strike onto that shift back. That's what makes the power principle, is using your hips and that shifting to generate power in your blocks and strikes, okay? So we step forward, hand is going to inside block. We shift and block, okay? And then I want you to shift back and then reset. Let's try that again. So we step forward, shift and block, shift back, and reset. So the idea is, maybe you're already in your ready stance, maybe you were standing in your neutral stance, okay? But a punch is coming right down the middle, and instead of just swatting it away, you want to add a little bit of power to it. You step forward and offline. Already, I'm getting out of the way. That punch is coming straight out, and I go like this. I move over here, and then to add even more to it, I do that shift and block to really smash their arm out of the way. And then I can follow it up with a strike. Since my hand is right here, why don't I just shift back, boom, and follow up with a palm strike, okay? So that is the first basic step of power principle. So it's step, shift and block, shift back with another strike. It could be a punch, it could be an elbow, it could be a forward hammer fist, right? But for today, we'll do palm strikes since most of you guys already know how to do that and there's nothing special about it, but it's nice and strong. Easy hand open, okay? So one more time, slowly, step, shift and block, shift back and strike. Keep that other hand up, right? We don't want to shift and block and then just drop this down. We always keep our hands up. Even on that block, step, both hands come up, shift and block, shift back and strike, okay? So full speed, it looks like this, right? All coming at you nice and fast, those nice movement of the hips, generating all that power and that blocking and striking. So here's how we can practice it. Starting with just the shift and block. Have someone punch slowly at you, or even just hold their hand out straight at you, and I want you to practice, right? So their fist is right here. You're gonna step forward into the side and hit their arm with your block, okay? So with the hand just straight out, step forward, shift and block, okay? And then I want you to do 10 on that side. Then I want you to practice going the other way. Step forward with the other side, shift and block, okay? So 10 static, just the arm being held out there, shift and block, 10 on each side, ready, set, go. All right, so now what I want you guys to do is, if you have those punch mitts, now you're gonna practice the shift and block and follow up with a strike, okay? So mitt holder, come out with one mitt sideways so they can shift and block that mitt away, and then hold the other one up out nice and far so that they can shift back and strike it, okay? So the mitt comes straight out and you shift and block. They're holding the mitt up and you palm strike to the second mitt, all right? So have some fun with that. Go both directions. Start slow as you get the hang of that shifting, but also have some fun with it. Go hard once those mitts come out for you to block and strike on. All right, so that is inside block with the shift, power principle, inside block. Have some fun with that. Ready, set, go. All right, guys, so today I want you to spend some time practicing those forward rolls, going over the shoulder, not putting your head on the ground. We have been doing it this way, from your knees sideways and just putting the shoulder on the ground to roll over. Now I want you guys to start getting a little momentum, right? So now you're up on your feet in a squat and you're gonna put that shoulder down and come up, okay? So it gives you a little more momentum. It takes a little bit of courage because you are putting your face close to the ground, but not on the ground, okay? So one more time. From a nice low squat position, put your shoulder down and come up onto your knees or feet again. So practicing some courage, getting a little more momentum, going a little faster, still going over the shoulders, right? Remember, I see a lot of kids go like this and then they just kind of sit and roll on their bottom, and that's not a forward roll. What makes it tough and challenging is going over that shoulder, okay? If being up on your feet is still a little too scary, it's okay to do it from your knees. But then you have to kind of kick over a little bit more to get that momentum to get up and over. So spend a couple minutes practicing your forward rolls, going over that shoulder. Ready, set, go. All right, guys, today on our courage sheet, we are talking through number 4 and number 5 on the sheet. Number 4 is upholding what is right, pure, and good. All right, so upholding means you stand up for it. It's something you live by, okay, and it's something you stand up for and is important to you, and you don't let that go, okay? Sometimes we might have a friend who thinks it's okay to lie to their parents or to steal candy from the candy box without asking, and they say, oh no, it's all right, we won't get caught, right? And is that right? Is that good? No, it's not. Telling lies and stealing are sin, okay? Sin is the bad things that we do and think, okay? And so sometimes if a friend is saying, hey, yeah, we can do this, it's okay, it's hard to stand up to your friend and say, no, that's wrong, I'm not going to do that, right? They might make you feel bad. They might say, oh, you're too good, blah, 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 you're scared. But you know what? It takes courage to do the right thing and to stand up for what is right. As you get older, you may see it, there may be other things that you see maybe in the news, or maybe even now if your parents watch the news and you watch it with them, you might see something and think, well, that's not right, they shouldn't be doing that. And it's okay to stand up for that. As Christians, as Christ followers, we decide and we understand what's right, pure, and good by what the Bible tells us. And so one way you can learn to be confident in what is right, pure, and good is by studying your Bible, learning God's Word. And that can help you be confident and to stand and uphold those things that are right, pure, and good. All right, let's talk about number 5. Repeat after me, or you guys are just watching. I'm just used to saying that. Not letting fear control my actions, right? So sometimes when we're scared, we freeze up and we don't go for it. We don't say what needs to be said to stand up for what's right, or we don't call out or raise our hand and ask for help when we need it, right? Looking to our authorities for help and protection when we're in over our head, when we're unsure and not sure what to do. And so sometimes we get so scared that we kind of freeze up and we don't even do anything at all, right? But it takes courage to push through that fear and then take the next step to stand up for what's right, to ask for help, to admit when maybe we were wrong or we thought we knew what we needed to do, and then we realized we didn't know it, right? Because we were being overconfident. Facing our fears, trying something new. If you freeze up and never do what the fear is stopping you from doing, then you can't grow. All right? So even when you're scared, ask for help. Admit when you were wrong. Stand up for what's right. Okay? And that is what it means to practice courage, okay? So don't let fear stop you from doing the right thing, from trying the new thing, from pushing a little harder, from asking for help. All of those things, it takes courage to take that next step and do the right thing, okay? All right, you guys have a great day. We'll see you next time.